Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Falls Town here in Transport Fever 2. I'd say City Skylines then for a second, where we are building our very own mega city. Now guys, last episode we did a lot of work with extending and expanding 3 brand new lines from this 5-city system, which either bypass, go through, or even end up in Falls Town itself, to give us more connections, which has really increased Falls Town's growth potential. It's now up to 900%, and its target population from the number of residents is estimated to be 10,500. That is absolutely ridiculous right now, it really is. And to make it even more ridiculous, I'm going to do the final upgrade to it. Now, to show you all that I can only do 800, if I press 1,000 and press enter, it defaults to 800. So that is the biggest I can edit the cities to be. Now, its target population was 10,500. It's now 12,000. Oh my good God. Now, could we potentially get this 900% increase up to maybe 1,000% increase? I don't know. We're going to give it a good go. We're going to see how we can kind of tick along. But we got a lot of work today that we need to get done to kind of hopefully finalize the final push for Falls Town. Now, if you are enjoying the series, make sure you smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you are new around here so you get notified when more episodes do come out. But what we're going to focus on first is cargo. Now, cargo can only really max out at 100%. So at best, I can only add 20% to each, which is 40%. But to get 100%, I need to be delivering everything. And that's quite difficult to do. It really is. It is quite difficult to do, but we'll give it a good go. We'll get more buildings fed, which will then increase more city growth. Now, as of right now, we did implement vehicles, which looks like there is quite a bit of cargo still on this platform. We might need to add some more vehicles to it. But we need to deliver to all the little nooks and crannies around, which enable us to kind of fake the radius in which we can reach in the city. Now, currently we have 1, 2, and 3 stations here, which all lead to dropping off food. Now, we have the cargo terminal here for the vehicles, which drops off in this radius there. And we have another one that drops off in this radius there. So we've got to figure out, right, where are we not reaching? Now, looking at it, right, if I select you, okay, I'm already selected on you right now. You can kind of see the radius. That does reach quite a bit. That reaches quite a bit already. That reaches quite a bit. It's kind of difficult to see the overlay. That reaches there. This one reaches around here. We're kind of covering all the food in that aspect. But I think it will help to add a few more on, just as the radius does start to grow beyond our bounds. But more importantly, we don't have anything like that for the construction materials, which is what we need to implement in. So before we go down that road, first thing I'm going to do right now, because we do have 2 additional platforms that I'm not using, we're going to go to our buildings here. We're going to do a truck unload stop, and we've got one there. We've got this here. I'm going to implement this here. Now, I know it feels like it's slightly out of the way for a minute, but as it's starting to grow a bit more and more, actually going to put it there. This little area here will slowly come away from the radius of what I can reach. And then the same thing for this over here. I'm going to drop it just there. So they're slightly on the outskirts. I don't feel like they're going to be able to be much helpful right now. But as we continue to grow, it's one less thing I need to worry about moving forward. So that's on a new platform there. We'll do another new line, which will go from there to there. And we don't need many vehicles on those. We'll be okay, but we'll add a couple on anyway. And we'll go for the electric ones because of the emissions. Now, if I buy 6, which means I put 3 on each of those brand new lines, which is, and I don't know what, I need to name them, I know, before you come at me right now in the comment section. Right, that way, hold on, no, oh, Is it line 8? Yes, it's line 8 here. And then these will go on line, is it 10? Yes. So it gives us a little bit of coverage, but I'm not liking how much cargo is currently on this line that goes there. Now, the new line might take a little bit of the heat away, but I'm going to duplicate 2 more vehicles on that, just so we have a little bit more frequency in deliveries. Right, that will do what it needs to do right now. Obviously, we got to check to make sure that we're still producing enough food being delivered. But let's do the same right now for the construction materials. Now, we did implement recently a 3rd station for the area, which is here. And if I view the cargo, you can kind of see we don't really, between this one and this one, there's a big open gap around here that we're not delivering to. And then this one does great. Again, it still doesn't cover this area here, nor does it start to cover up here as well. So there's a couple that we're going to have to ultimately utilize. So let's place down a truck stop here. We'll do 2 stops, make it big, and how and where should we put it? So I reckon we put it a little bit far back. The further back we put it, the better for us. So I'm going to go here. It touches the train station, which is important for us because we want to make sure that we get the cargo transferred over. And then we're going to drop a couple of stops down. So if I dropped you there, that's a really good radius. A real good radius right now. So if I select it, you can see the radius versus this radius. Radius. Nice. Then we have these 2 that get covered there and there. And then we need one over here. So at the minute, it only feels like we need 2. But I'm going to put that... Where do you reckon? About here? Or there? I'm going to put that... No, do you know what? I'll keep it safe. I'll keep it safe. I'm going to pull it just here. That should give us quite a wide radius to begin with. A wide berth to play around with. And I think the way that that's situated right now, as this continues to grow, that will kind of cover it. So I feel like we're okay. A little bit more in terms of coverage than the food side of things. So let's create a new line. So there to there. And then another new line. There to there. And let's double check that they're on different platforms, which they are. And we then need to buy some vehicles for it. So, same again. I'm going to buy 8. Okay, and we'll put 4 on each one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So drop you on... which will be line 13, and then drop you on line 56. So they're all over the place because we've kind of renamed older lines, so our sequence is a little bit out of position at this point. But there we go. That will now help. So that gives us a little bit more coverage. Not saying it's going to kind of help us in the long run and push us all the way up to 100%. It probably won't even push us to 90%, but at least more buildings are getting their goods. Now, we need to make sure that we are producing enough food in general. You can see the amount of stuff we've got coming in. So all we are focusing on right now is the Foolstown food side of things, because that is what we kind of are mainly concerned about. Now, I feel like we're not really getting the food or the grain delivered to consistently keep producing food. Although we do have a vast amount of trains arriving, I just don't feel like we're pretty much getting anywhere, so to speak. Okay, so to speak, boys. So we're going to see if we can do some stuff right now to kind of enhance it, change it, maybe create more potential for more deliveries. It could be down to the fact that we just need more farms. It could be down to the fact that, I mean, we've got more food places over here, which haven't really leveled up that much. So I think we've got to do something. We've got to do something right now. So what would be the obvious solution? Now, I could try and add onto this. So if I did platforms and extended, what the extension would allow me to do, I can't go any further than that by the looks of it. Well, I could do. I think it's just then the train station's maybe slightly bending. I could add another line coming down on this side. It will reduce then the amount of buildings I can place down in terms of capacity connections. But that might be okay. But again, it doesn't solve anything because I can only deliver what I can deliver, if that makes sense. So we could, in a way, try and place down some more farms. Let me just see what this will look like first, because I've got to first figure out where my limit is for this before I decide, do you know what? It's just best to build a whole new industry setup than anything else. Actually, I've just realized I've got to delete all this. Because the industry... Let me pause for a second. Because the industry comes with road. Well, let me just delete that for a quick second, boys. And industry, I need the grain side of it. Oh, that's not the rotate button, is it? Right, there we go. There we go, boys. And drop you in. And drop you in. Drop you in. So, very minimal effort there. But the question is, does it reach? And I'm going to be honest with you right now, boys. I feel like it doesn't reach. Now, it could be that I need to place down the cargo building. So let's go for the big boys. All right, right on the edge. So if I put you there and there, you there and there, in a way to kind of shorten that connection, it doesn't work. So if anything, boys, we kind of weirdly locked out in that situation. So what is my next move then? Well, my next move would be, and it kind of completely makes a lot more sense, just to build a brand new industry setup in general. Now I could do it in the center here. I got a lot of room there. I've got a lot of room on the outskirts as well. But what I need to do is I need to make sure that we are ultimately able to transfer the goods over. So I could actually build it here, which wouldn't be such a bad idea. And I think what I'm going to do is we're going to try and it would be nice to transition it to here because we already have the existing lines, you know, set up. It would put a lot of food on the existing lines as of now, which is, like I said, not the end of the world. It is what it is at this point. Or I could do it over on this side. There's many choices in which I can go and do. But ultimately, it'll only be as good or as busy as Foolstown demands it, if that's the best way to kind of put it. Now, if I was to build another station, I won't be able to reach all of this, so I might have to stick it smack bang in the middle. So if I was to delete you and delete you, right, this will make sense in just a moment, boys. I can replace what I've now just deleted by simply dropping in... Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button for rotating. Simply rotating you, dropping you there, and then just getting rid of that. And then dropping down another one. So you could argue then I've now replaced it with the equivalent. I don't know if it's going to reach that one. It does. So I haven't lost any farms, okay? But that's not my important thing I'm looking at anyway. These are ultimately almost maxed out anyway. But we're going to add more on. This is the beauty of this. So if I go to buildings, constructions, and we go to cargo stations... If I go to 8 platforms, is that a little bit too much? It does seem too much, but it almost comes down to the size of the building. Now, if I did it like this instead, this works a lot better for us, providing that we get the right style of building connected to either side. So make it super long, okay? So by placing you there, where do you reach? You only reach to this one here. Now, I'll obviously be able to get to that one. It should be fairly easy. But my main concern for this is dropping off to... Oh, I can't get that side. Can I do a smaller one? Really? No? How about miscellaneous? Even miscellaneous, we can't do it? Have I reached a full capacity here? Do you know what? Let me delete that and we'll do 6 instead. I don't feel like we need 8. I think 8... I'll be honest with you. I think 8 might be slightly overkill. Okay, 8 might be slightly overkill. So if I just go there, and then redo this. Cargo buildings. Right, which is the perfect one to squeeze in? So that goes either side then. If I put one there and I put one there, and we'll do a crisscross road going over. So, like I said, it only still reaches one side, which, again, I'm not too bothered about. And we just kind of go across like this, and then bring you across like this. And then that technically reaches 2, okay? That technically then reaches 2. But the main point for this is to run a line going back and forth here. It will pick up some of the grain from here. I'm going to extend over here as well, so there'll be some farms that this can use that this system can't use. It will drop off a couple of extra grain just for these two alone. You know what I mean? Which is okay. I mean, these then start producing a bit more. It's all good. But also, by dropping off, because we're going to have food factories there, food back down to here onto this platform, it will then produce more food. You see where I'm going with this? My only downside is right now, I forgot to upgrade these to high speed, even though they don't need to be high speed because they'll be slowing down anyway. It's just me and my OCD. Me and my OCD. Right, so let's now run with this. Okay. We're going to take it far because we want to go far enough that we can get a load of trains on. So if I bring it to... And should I just say here? Shall we just say there, for example? Now, let me just get my bearings. That is there. Okay, just trying to figure out where that is in terms of the alignment. And we're going to get it where they can all use the same platforms, no matter what they do. So that technically goes onto that one there. Okay. That goes onto that one there, which I forgot to upgrade these as well to high speed. I know it doesn't matter, but it's just me being a fool. Just me being a fool. Right, bring this all the way down. So let me just do this on both ones now. So that's to there. There we go. It took the game a second then to think about placing it even down. Right. There we go. And then run this. Oh, I should have just came back naturally, shouldn't I? To be honest with you, I probably don't need to make them use all the platforms, all the stations. Because I can kind of just, you know, separate it in many ways. I mean, it's not going to be the end of the world, is it? Right, almost there. And then the game has to think of me building so much rail. It's hilarious. And then that goes there. So if I just quickly do crisscross, I'm not going to merge them all now, okay? I've changed my mind. Changing my mind, I'm not going to merge them all. We'll keep them separate and have 3 separate lines. Because in theory, it is different types of carriages you need on the actual stations themselves. Trains themselves. What am I talking about? Stations right now. I've completely lost my mind. Right, there we go. Bam. Bam. And bam. Wait, can I go back into play mode? I'm not hindering anything, am I? No, I can go back into play mode. That's all good. That's all good. Right, that's all done. So let me now just take this to technically the next level, okay? So if I was to get, and all I'm really bothered about on this side is having as many farms as I can. That's all I want. That's all I want to do. So if I just delete you, delete you, delete you, because we've got to place in the positioning of all of these. Oh, actually, let me do the road going down there. This road going down there, because we can use it as an alignment. It's what we can do. Beautiful alignments, beautiful alignments. Right, so you're there. And then we delete you. Oh, actually, do I need to rotate these? Because this has gone this way, we might actually need to think about rotating this one. Yeah, because of the way that we situate this alignment now. Right, if you went there... and then you went there... right... delete you. Right, this one's a little bit different because of how it's kind of set up. And then delete you two now. Let me just bring this down a little bit and this up. Just so I can get my... once I've got this done, I won't have to worry about it ever again. It's just me sorting. It's just my kind of... my own problems in my own head right now, trying to figure this out. Right, there we go, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that there should... oh, okay, so it doesn't give us the ability to connect to that one. But that's not saying that I can't connect to it. It's just a case of I've got to extend the platform. And I might as well do it on this one because it does show us how far we can actually reach. Oh no, I've messed up there. So if I went to there and then got a cargo building and dropped you on, and then come off this and deleted that road, and then got a cargo building here and dropped you on there, that gives us that radius and then reach. So if I just quickly sort the rest of this road back out to connect, there we go. That would connect down to there. So you can see the radius and how many farms it can now feed, but we still need to do a few more. I wonder if I can go by one more, which would be interesting. So if I deleted you, and then see what potential I've got here. So with a road connection... no, okay, we can't get those final two there. That's a shame in many ways, isn't it? That is a shame. That is a shame, boys. Get rid of them. But is there room for me to squeeze maybe one here if I brought this road down? Okay, you get a little bit from that one. And that's all you're getting, boys. That's all you're getting. Unless... there is room. There should be room now to utilize a one here. But is there room to utilize one more here? Yes. Right, without extending any further, like I said, that's all I'm getting. We do get a little bit over there as well, which is kind of interesting. We're just going to see how far we can now take this side. So, put you in there. Delete you. Oh no, why did I delete that? I didn't mean to delete that. Right, let me re-delete that. Oh no, actually, do you know what? It's actually kind of a good idea to delete that. And we just extend the road a little bit further down each time. Because I'm not going to be able to squeeze enough one on this side. So there's no point me building a road in the middle. There really isn't, is there? And then extend you down a bit more. Can we go for one more here? Right, I feel like I'll be pushing boundaries any further right there. So it's predominantly there, guys. Predominantly just getting as many farms down to carry grain all the way up here. I know it looks a little bit awkward, but it is what it is. Right, so let me now get some buildings down. There and there and there and there. We're going to quickly build a perimeter road. So if I go... here with you. Right, I don't think this is borderline the straightest we've ever created a road before. But it shall do. It shall do. So on this side, we're going to place down the kind of the industries. Okay. So What's the best way? Oh, no. I keep pressing the delete button instead of the rotate button. Right, so if I went, for example, and did one here. Obviously, you got to delete some road to place these down. I wish they didn't come with the road connected. There we go. So if I delete you and then went across and then find that little bit of road that slivers down the middle. Right, we've got two in. We're going to get a fourth one in. So by selecting this, you can see we are connected to all of them. Now, if I delete you, we're going to try and squeeze in now 2 additionals. Maybe 3 additionals if it'll allow me. And obviously with the road connection, which, ooh, it does not like that. Oh, it really doesn't like that. Oh, wow. Okay, that one might be a little bit too close. Oh, that little bend there is messing me up. Right. What is going on? Right, very awkward some of that is, isn't it? It's very awkward. And it looks like we can't actually reach those buildings down here. So if I get this building smack bang on this, it's enough to reach it. So it does show us that I'm going to have issues here. So try and get one in here now. Gotta delete that as well. I really wish that they didn't come with the roads. Right, and all I gotta do here then is configure this. Platform-wise, bring it down to there. Cargo buildings, drop you in. And is it enough to now reach them? Yes. So I've got 6, which is 2 more than we ever had over there anyway. So that's all good. Now, it would be nice to take some grain back, obviously. So I'm going to set up a grain system right now to take, obviously, grain back. So, back to the industry. Grain. And we might be able to throw in at least 2 if I did it this way. So if I dropped, for example, you there. Yes, you there. And then delete you, delete you. So using that as a marker point. Oh no, we'll have to kind of create a divide in the middle. Because we would need to be able to reach the layer at the back. So from there to there. Down there to here. And that reaches both, so that kind of works. So do you reckon 4 would be okay to begin with? We'll see how 4 gets on with first. So new line from here to here. Obviously utilizing the ability to kind of do both sides. Okay. And then another new line from here to here. Where they can utilize both sides yet again. Now they're on different sections, which is important for us. And I don't have any signals set up yet. But let me just get my train buildings. This is what I need here, the rail yard stuff. I keep going to press rotate and I end up pressing the delete button instead. Right. So signal malarkey goes like that. So I just want to figure out which side of the train tracks I need to be on. That goes to there. That goes to there. I'm just going to do it the lazy way here to connect everything. It's just the lazy way, okay? And let's do all the signals now. So, train signals. Right, where is... There we go. I'm going to say, where's the auto sig right now? So if I go bam, bam, bam. Oh, it won't do it because of them here. I'm an idiot. Right, that does all the auto signals going down that way. Which weirdly kind of nicely sort ourselves out there. But how come it didn't do the signals down here? Did I miss this one? That was weird. It didn't want to do the auto signals on that one little section there. Right, anyway, that's now all done. So, if I buy a train, and we're going to go electric, bam, cargo-wise. We're going to do the gondolas for the grain to begin with. And we'll do a 400 capacity, which is completely overkill. And I will buy 8 of them. And that will go on line 57. Yes. Then I'll buy the same again. Bam. Cargo. We then want the box cars to carry the food. And I'll only do a 200 capacity in these because I can't see them doing many at the minute. As I choke. And just buy 4 to begin with. Because this will take a while to kind of build up. Okay. It will take a little bit of a while. And we'll just kind of see how they then get on. So I'm in fast forward mode, but this is how slow fast forward mode is right now. Is there any settings I could potentially change to kind of speed things up? I don't think there's a setting to kind of make it go faster, right? I could be wrong. If there is, guys, let me know. But with the speed of all of this, it should get back and forth pretty quick. There's grain on there. And the main thing is, we'll either bring grain back for the factories here, or alternatively, we'll bring food back for the station here for the other lines. So either way, we're either bringing food back in general, as you're taking grain away, or bring grain back to produce more food. Either way, we're going to have more food. That is literally the end goal right there. That is literally the end goal right there. We'll just kind of see how we ultimately get on. Why? While we wait for that to happen, what's Foolstown saying now? Are we getting more food delivery coming in? I don't know. Are we getting the construction drop-offs happening right now? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So hopefully we are kind of getting more nook and crannies delivered with the goods. And how are we doing over here then? So there seems to be a lot of people still here. But then is there less people here? There is. So I think we might be getting to the point where we've now got rid of all the bulk of passengers. The last stop is always the last one to kind of, you know, die down in that regards. So I think we're still waiting. That train now leaving's only got 50 on. So yeah, we should be good. But we do need to sort out this section on this side. So one's going to be a complete bypass, which I think we should focus on first is the bypass, right? And then one's going to come in and crisscross on the line that comes from here. Which, how far does this one go? That one goes... Oh, it only stops there. Okay, it doesn't even attempt to come into here yet. Interesting. So, let's build this then, the up and over. And then we'll build the bypass while we're waiting for our new kind of... what do you call it? Food run. To commence. It makes me sound evil, that did. Right, up and over. Pepsi Cola. Right. Full. Don't do this to me. Drop it down as much as we can. And... Oh, hello. What happened there? Up to 2. There we go. So we do have to make it turn, obviously. So I'm going to bring it to there before we decide to make it turn. Now, we'll make that one go on the inner line. No, the middle line. And then that one would be the bypassing route, wouldn't it? But I've got to make that somehow connect, because I don't want to change it all. Got to make it somehow connect to the outer line there. So we'll have to kind of go round. And I could just make it go underground as a tunnel. And then run down this way. Right, if I just randomly pick that here. I'll just randomly pick that right now, boys. So it is what it is. Let me do 5 lines because one of them's going to get deleted as my little spacer. Right, time to delete the middle one. There we go. And bend and run you into there, right? Yes. Into there. Into there. That is how we want it to work. And then obviously, where is it? Over here. I'm just going to do a straight-ish run in because it doesn't matter. Now, the route directly into Fallstown is done. Okay? I've just got to awkwardly now. Oh, that bends as well, so that's kind of a little bit awkward. I've now got to awkwardly bring this somehow over to the bypassing section. That's just being very awkward to kind of then bend it in. Only because I've chosen to do it like this. I could spend some time to make it nice, but I'm just going to be quite lazy on this. I really am. Right, it's already bringing food back, which it's already... Is that 4? Oh my... 4? That's already filled to the brim. Okay, you're not quite, but the first one had enough time for it to load up there, didn't it? Yeah. The first trains for the food cart things coming out. Now, they only make... The grain ones will make money going both ways, whereas the ones carrying the food will only make money picking up from here and dropping off down there. But it doesn't matter, because we don't care about money right now. We honestly do not care about cash. Right, so let me now run this going all the way down. I might as well do both sides while I'm here. There we go. So this shouldn't take us long in reality. This is not our first rodeo with setting stuff up like this. Wabam, wabam. I'm trying to connect the wrong thing there, aren't I? Ooh, that's not playing ball, is it? So where's this one going wrong then? It was okay to there. And apparently the slope is too steep here. Fine. I'll delete a road. You wanted it this way, fool. Right, it doesn't like something here as well. It might be this road. It might be like this road here is way too close. Right, that's gone all the way through. And that was my last one. So we would have to do the Chrissy Crossies here. Let me just get them in place to begin with. Alright, just get rid of you for a second. How is it the slope too much? What? In what? It's a flat surface. It's a flat surface right now. What are you talking about? I'm going to go a little bit longer. Well, I've gone super long right now to spread it out. Too much curvature? Oh, this game. This game is testing my patience. Right, let's just do it in strips here. Alright, from there to there. Right, let's not play these games today, game. There we go. Right, it's not perfect, but I don't really care at this point. I just want to get this situated. So, we connect into there, so we could run. I've just got to do signals. I've just got to figure out how this awkward connection is now going to take place. So let me run through. And what I could decide to do is... Well, one, shorten this. Build it into a tunnel system. And then act like it doesn't exist once it goes underground. You know what I mean? So I could say... And it's the wrong train tracks as well. Can I upgrade them to high speed? Yes. It's important for this one because we are doing somewhat of a high speed. I don't know how much is going to play. I mean, then again, they're going to be going around a bend in just a minute anyway. Right, if I connect you up to there... That is shockingly bad. But if it's underground and we can't see it, then technically it does not exist. Right, guys? You all agree with me right now, right? Thank you for agreeing so much. Apparently there's a... Wait, what do you mean the slope too much? Huh? Right, I don't know what's going on here. I think the inner bend is not playing games with me today. Are we on different levels? We're on different levels here. Right, it really does not like it. I might need to implement this one in first to bend that one around the outskirts. Right, as far as I'm concerned, all the train track is now built. That doesn't exist in my head because I can't see it, okay? Soniac, that is such a bad thing to do right now, you fool. It's such a bad thing to do. We are also got 174 food already on the platform, which is really good to see. And we... Are we bringing any grain back yet? There's 400 grain now coming back. So we're just producing food everywhere at this point. This is amazing. Now, that doesn't connect to any of the new farms, which is a shame. But I can drop in one new farm. Meh, 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 meh. 2 new farms. Meh, 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 meh. There we go. That will kind of slightly help us out in a weird way. Right. Now we breathe. Now we breathe. Okay, so let's get the signals in for these 2 new lines that I can now implement while we're still waiting for this to completely unfold, because there's still trains to come out. I think it would also help if we had a signal for the trains to come out and wait. That will move them a tad bit closer to their final destination. We are going to sort out these signals real quick right now, so let's get right in. So bam, 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 bam. Oh, no, wrong way. Bam, there we go. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. 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 Well, bam, bam. Bam. Well, bam. So these will enjoy some auto sigs right now. to this point, which I will drop on there. Sue me. Sue me right now, boys. Which only goes to the tunnel connection, interestingly. And then after this, bam. Oh, no, no, no. This way. Full. Damn it. There we go. To where we have then one here. Nice. Nice. So now with that pretty much all in, I haven't done this side here, which we'll get onto that in just a moment. We'll sort out our first line here. So new line. There where we can utilize both sides. Oh no, it's on the wrong one. It needs to go on 3 and 4. And then it moves down to each one. The fact that it didn't work shows that we are on the correct side. So it will go into here, and it will stop here. And at Lower Falls Town number 7, it's able to use both sides, which I don't think it will be able to. Because I don't know if there's a crossroads there or not. I think there already might be one there. And then back down to there. So signals say on that side. Is that correct? Yes. Do we have a crisscross over here? Ah, they're using the crisscross there. Right, so let's cause some pain and heartache right now by deleting that and placing it over here instead. There we go. And of course a signal there. Signal there. Signal there. Signal there. So we'll have to... Oh, we've already got it on this side. Hold on, we've already got it on this side for this one, but we don't do anything with this one. So manage the line here. It comes into number 6. But number 6 then goes to... Oh no, not a new line, you fool. So number 6 is here, and then add station to go to there, to then go back. Right. So Lower Falls Town here is the one where you utilize both sections. This one you don't. And then we're all good, right? Comes in this way, crisscrosses there. Yes, minimal changes required then. So they share the middle platform, those two new lines. So let me now just get in. Buildings, spin you. I'm going to pull it a little bit further back. Directly in there. Directly in there. And then buy those trains. So electric, dual stock. I'm going to buy... Is 8 too many? I'm not sure. Does it matter at this point? It does not. Right. They're both yellow lines. Were they both yellow lines? Oh, yeah. Line 70. Right. Line 70 going directly in. Very good, very good, very good. It's an additional line to kind of come from this section. There was 700 people waiting here. It's now down to 500. So the numbers are reducing, and they're going to reduce a lot more with having the additional line. But the bypassing one is going to be the one. It's going to be the one. Right, how are we getting on over here then, boys? How are we getting on over here? So these will be producing. It will take a long time before they actually get a delivery. But also thinking about it, I could bring deliveries in and swoop them directly in from there. There's nothing stopping me doing that. But I have the infrastructure for the train line already set up. So it will mean that we're going to have a lot more cargo here in general. So I've kind of got to be a little bit careful that I'm not completely overloading too much. This line 22 could do with an additional train. Just to get through the slight backlog that we do have. There's a lot of grain on the platform waiting. which is good to see. A lot of grain being dropped off, and hopefully a lot more food to be continually produced. Right, 90% the construction materials has gone up to. It was at 900%. It's at 920% right now. That's good. Chart-wise, still skyrocketing. The one industry I didn't work on is the one that's growing even more. Right, let's get... This is going to cause now some deletings for this area. But we're now going to bring the train lines all the way down. Which, like I said, is now going to delete a lot of buildings and get rid of a lot of population. But they will bounce back. They will bounce back. So this should be the final one here. Yep. Right, we'll bring it into... there, just for the connection. Bring this all the way across. And before I go anywhere, let me do the crisscross over here. So we've done the crisscross taking place after the road there on this section. Right, I think it might be these buildings here. Stop. If them buildings are stopping me, then I'm a genius. No, I'm not. I'm not a genius. I'm far from a genius. There we go. Oh. Right, this is the line that's going to delete so many buildings right now. Oh no, we actually got through quite a few of them then. I think there might be a decent space between them. Imagine living in those houses and knowing that you've always had a train line behind your house, but then they put one right against your fence. You're not going to be a happy chappy, are you? No sirree. No sirree. Right, all I got to do is signals here, and then I can actually get the line all set up. So just doing minimal signals, just enough to kind of move the train along and not have to wait at the station for them. Just keeping it simple, boys. Just keeping it simple. No need to overcomplicate. New line. So for us, it needs to go on to, yeah, 1, and it can do both sides, which is all good. So, going up. How has it managed to get on that side? Wait, hold on. How has it managed that? Get on over here. I have no idea how it managed all that. And it's done it again. Why are you flipping onto the other side? I don't know what has happened to this one. Right, I think it's now auto-updated. Now it knows what in the world is going on. Right, so Rothwell West is the Crissy Crossy on that section. And Tor Point East is the Crissy Crossy on this section. Right, it updated in the end. We're all good. We are all good. Now, this is actually quite a longer line, only because it's got more stops for the bypass. So I might add in 10 trains. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. We're going to find out. Line 79, off you go. Right, that's all the train lines I need for all the existing cities right now. They've all got direct routes going into Foolstown. They've also got bypassing routes to other areas. Everything is pretty much now set up. So the goal's now going to be is just trying to grow Foolstown as much as we can. I mean, I know we've been trying to do that anyway, but now just putting all resources pumping directly into that direction. That's all we can do at this point. So we've got the road connections leading in for the private transportation stuff. That's all good. I could honestly now start doing stuff like this. Now, this is going to completely be stress and overkill at this point, okay? We're going to now, large town, food, It doesn't really matter at this point. Construction materials is now just build a town on each of these stations. I know this is, like I said, completely overkill at this point. But it will add so many more passengers to those stops. Granted, it doesn't give us the full radius. But it's going to give us more passengers, more places to go and travel to, more stress, more headache, and more confusion. But it should increase... Wow, this is a really big town here growing. Okay, I might skip a town here and put this one there. But it will give more percentage growth and more private transport for passengers to go to for Foolstown because there's more destinations. You know what I mean? Alright, there we go. It's a shame I can't do... Is it better to pause it while it does it? It might be better to pause it while it does it. Can I just drop down multiple? Right, I've just dropped down multiple. And it's now going to build one town after the other. This might be a problem. What have I decided to do? What have I decided to do right now? Oh no. This is not a good idea. I mean, it's great because it does provide so many more destinations and it will increase the percentage, but it's going to cause so much more chaos on the lines. But we shall see. We shall see. Maybe I shouldn't have built all the towns at once. Is what I should have done. Is this now all going to, like, just appear at once? Is that what's going to happen here? Bam. Okay, they do. Right. Without nothing else happening right now and pressing play, that's now going to trick Foolstown into thinking there's so many more destinations to travel to. Same for all the towns, which will cause even more city growth. But what you're looking at right now is these two numbers now increase as there's more destinations, like I said, to travel to at this point. So they should definitely 100% increase. But it's now giving me the confidence to go, you know what, that's a really good idea. Let's apply it everywhere else for no particular reason than just creating more percentage boosts and growths. Oh, Seniac, what have you done? What have you done and what are you doing at this point? That's what we'll do more of next episode, okay? Is just cause absolute chaos. I'm not going to go down the road of putting new lines on this side. Listen, that would be a bit chaotic, okay? That would be a little bit chaotic at that point. But expect to see a lot more passengers traveling right now around the region. It's a good job I got it in after I'd done all the train lines, isn't it? It really is. It really is. Right, we'll see where this bottom out's at in the coming episodes, but that number's increasing slowly on the destinations. We'll have to build more roads for the private connections and just ultimately see how it's all going. Now, where does that put us on city size? Are we finally over? We are well over 5,000 right now. 5,200. And it's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Right, guys. I hope you did enjoy this episode. We're going to see how all these things rock and roll for us moving forward. I probably need to place down some more grain farms right now. And we probably need more trains going along these connections. Right, I'm going to duplicate 2 more of these bad boys. We're going to duplicate 1 more of these bad boys. This is all feeding food to Foolstown. And does it change anything right now, boys? Over here. At the moment, no. At the moment, no. But we've got to get these to keep producing is all we've got to do. Right, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please smash the like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.